I found a Florida fixer that looks interesting at first glance. The asking price is $280,000. It has 4 bedrooms, a pool, and a Zillow value estimate near $473,000. That spread makes you want to open a calculator. I opened the room dimensions first. The listing says the house has 2,639 square feet of living area. It also gives dimensions for 12 rooms. I added those rooms up, and they total 1,888 square feet. That leaves 751 square feet the published room schedule does not explain. Nothing sinister is hiding in that number. It could be hallways, closets, circulation, open space, or rooms that simply were not listed. But if I am trying to price a rehab from public information, almost 29% of the stated living area has not shown its face yet. That matters. So I rebuilt the 12 published rooms as separate scaled rectangles. This is not the actual floor plan. The listing never tells us how the rooms connect, and I am not going to invent that part. This is just an honest map of the dimensions we do have. The primary bedroom is 19 by 16, or 304 square feet. The living room is 15 by 18. The kitchen is 12 by 11. Every room stays labeled with the original dimensions so another person can check my math instead of trusting one rehab number. Then I brought the room schedule into Takeoff Field Tools. I calibrated the sheet from the 19 by 16 primary bedroom and traced all 12 rectangles. The 7 dry rooms add up to 1,440 square feet. The 5 wet and service rooms add another 448. Together, they land right back at 1,888. Here is the part I care about. The unexplained 751 square feet does not disappear. I left it as a big, unpriced diligence item. It is visible, locked, and waiting for better information. For the walkthrough, I added simple test allowances to the rooms we can explain. That produces $16,528 in direct cost and a little over $20,000 after the project markups. Do not mistake that for a rehab budget. It only prices the rectangles we know under a set of test assumptions. The rest of the house is still asking questions. The room dimensions also add up to 580 feet of gross room face perimeter. With 8-foot walls, that would be 4,640 square feet before doors, windows, cabinets, tubs, and open boundaries. That is useful for a sensitivity check. It is not a paint order. I still need ceiling heights and actual wall conditions before I turn it into material. This is why I want the source attached to the estimate. If a contractor corrects one room after the walkthrough, I can change the quantity without losing the reason. If a partner asks what is still unknown, the answer is sitting in the project instead of living in my memory. Now we can look at the deal, and this is where a tidy spreadsheet can lie to you. Start with the $280,000 purchase, 8% selling cost, and $20,000 for holding and closing. At a $450,000 ARV, a $50,000 rehab leaves roughly $64,000. Push rehab to $100,000, and that falls to about $14,000. At $150,000, it turns into negative $36,000. The calculator did not change. The scope did. Every $50,000 miss in rehab is a $50,000 swing in profit. The hold case is even thinner. Using the displayed rent and tax figures, 25% down, a 7.5% test rate, $100,000 in rehab, and ordinary operating reserves, I get about $89 a month before insurance. On a Florida property, before insurance is another way of saying not finished. I would not trust that hold number without a real quote, clear solar terms, and a much better condition report. My next questions are not fancy. Can I get a verified floor plan? How tall are the ceilings? What is the real condition of the roof, air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical? What happens to the solar obligation? What shape are the pool and screen enclosure in? And how will the short sale process affect time and carrying cost? A good takeoff does not tell me to buy the house. It tells me what I know, what I measured, and what could still wreck the deal. That gives the investor, contractor, and partner something real to discuss instead of passing the same rehab guess around. If you want me to take apart another listing, send the city and the strategy. Flip, BRRR, or long-term hold.